viewers, it's another new episode on Economy Today on TVRC. My name is Kolawole Itunolua. Joining me on set today is Mr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
He's a lead analyst on TVRC, an educationist, and author, and also an economist. We are bringing to you another interesting topic today that says agricultural sustainability, the stimulant to Nigerians' economy. Agricultural sustainability, the stimulant to Nigerian economy. As we all know that agriculture is a broad term for everything that goes into growing crops and raising animals to provide food and materials that people can use and enjoy. You know, people across the globe has practiced agriculture for thousands of years. Today, through modern farming innovations and plant science technologies, it has been said that there are several ways to get into farming. The most obvious way that is for you to be born into it. That is, when people are born into farming, they don't need to go as well to make a research on how to do farming because practically their parents are into farming. According to my research, 98% of farms in Canada are still family run, with wisdom passed down through generations and children eventually taking over the work of their parents. According to the United States of Development of Agricultural Nation Institute of Food and Agriculture, sustainable agriculture is intended to protect the environment, maintain soil facilities, and even expand the natural resources basis of the earth. So do you think agricultural sustain can likely be the solution for economic growth and development in Nigeria? So I'm going to be welcoming my guests one more time on set. You're welcome, Mr. Akintunde.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, let's talk about.
Today.
Oh, thank you very much for honoring us one more time. All right, Mr. Akintunde. According to our topic for today, we are talking about agricultural sustainability, the stimulant to Nigerian economy. It's a very interesting topic, and I want all the viewers at home to pay attention as my guest will be, making justice to it. Now, let's start with this question. What is the state of Nigerian economy or agricultural sector in Nigeria?
Well, it's actually so nice to be here today. The state of agricultural, the state of agricultural sector in Nigeria.
Nigeria, yes.
We could look at it in time in retrospect, before the advent of the colonial masters. Okay. We've been into this farming for a very long time. It has been the all in all for the economy of the Nigerian state, even before the advent of colonial masters, before the independence. If you check the regions very well, we have basically the three regions. We have the Igbos, the east. There are people from the Igbo extract, from the east, and people from the northern, extension. From that's the north and the west, which is with the Yorubas. If you do predominantly, we are known for varieties of crops, and cocoa could be traced down to the Yorubas. And don't forget, even at the very inception of our democracy, at the inception of our self-governance, after independence, the post-independence era, the likes of Bafemi Awolowo, they were saddled with the responsibility of using the cocoa to grow the economy of the western region. And if you move down to the north, they have the different banks of yams, different tubers of diversified measure, different crops that are very peculiar, like watermelon is very peculiar to the northerners. Onions, very peculiar to the northerners. And if you move down to the east also, they also have their own peculiarities. They grow in the high volume yams, even to the extent that they even have a festival dedicated for yam, called the Yam Festival. So if you look at our history, I'm talking time immemorial, you notice that we've gone a long way as regards farming. But at the point in time, there's a misplaced priority. Like I said, after the emergence of, after the advent of our colonial masters, and all efforts were placed on petroleum, and this is exactly where we got it all wrong. during the oil boom, during the period of General Yakubu Gowon, where our oil were highly sorted after. Everybody wants to have the Nigeria oil because it's very rich. It's one of the best according to the statistics. Even up to now, still very much low in sulfur. So what am I saying in essence is that there's a misplaced priority, forgotten the fact that people could diversify on the economy. So there's a kind of a neglect on the agricultural sector, and farmers are considered poor, and many of them, lives in abject poverty, and up to now, the country is still very much suffering from this neglect because so many things are actually wrong. Even the farmers, there's a very poor road extension for them to move their goods from where they are to, from the rural to the urban center. And again, so many of them are lacking the basic, the basic facilities. There are some crops you will not that that will not grow on time without the use of fertilizers. But most of these farmers are unable to get all these chemical products to enhance production. And so many of them are also they are being discouraged because the government they are not reckoned. Nobody reckoned with them, and insecurity apparently is also the order of the day. Don't forget in the northern hemisphere recently, when we're told that our farmers were sent away from their farms, just because of because bandits and criminal elements are invading those farms, and it has become a nightmare. So I know we could talk on and on the history of the Nigerian sector as regards Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Akin. So there's some reason. Now to my next question, but before then, according to the definition of agriculture, it says that agriculture is the cultivation of crops, rearing of animals for the benefits of man. So, do you understand? So, what are the ways by which agriculture can lead to development of Nigerian economy?
So many ways.
Okay.
Number one, if agriculture is going to enhance economy, there must be a policy to drive those agenda on agriculture. That's number one, a very good economic policy. Number two, understanding the nitty-gritty of what what agriculture stands for. Like I said, the basic biological jargons I would like to try to make a reference to is that in the hierarchy of in the structure of we call it we have the kingdom. In the classification of when you want to make a classification, we have the kingdom and we have the kingdom animalia and the kingdom plantia. So we have the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. So generally, like I said, we have a country that is actually doing well, even in just one sector. Go to Kenya, we go to South Africa, where their recreational hub is it's a recreational center, it's a hub for the whole world. Everybody virtually in the European countries, even in America, in Northern America and Southern America, they want to always be there because they got it right as regards as regards animal preservation. So through preservation, recreational facilities, we could make a whole lot of money from that. We could pump money into the economy. And again, let me also move to plants now. At a point in time in the history of this country, I know one of the Asian tiger, either Singapore or Malaysia, one of them came to Nigeria to pick just the oil palm seed. And now they are the largest producer of palm produce in the world, and they picked it in Nigeria here, and yet our oil cannot even go around the country. So through proper production of we have a fertile land in this country. If we have a high production, definitely we are going to have more money into the economy. And again, we have to enhance productivity and employment. Our youth, they they are very much. We have so many youths carrying around, moving around with their certificates, not knowing what to do. Meanwhile, we have unused land mass that we could leverage on. So if we're able to leverage on those land mass, and we're able to go into active production of what's it called, of different kind of agricultural crops and seedlings, definitely they are going to have more money in the economy. And again, like I said, I made reference to, I talked about animals at the time, and I talked about Kenya, South Africa. You know, we could also look at recently some cheetah were taken from, I think, Namibia to India, because those countries were, you know, they were lacking in those particular animal sector, and they sorted after those who had those animals, and they got it, and now they have it in their recreational centers. So what I'm saying in essence is that we need to protect. When we protect our natural resources, then it becomes it becomes a gold in the face of all and sundry, and those in the European world and other continents, they want to come to Africa. And again, we need to also improve. When we improve livelihood, one of the ways we can also pump money into the economy is to cushion the effect of this poor economic downtrodden like we are all facing at the moment. According to some people, they will say even Nigeria is still very much in recession. Well, that's their opinion. So what I'm saying is, when their means of livelihood is enhanced, I tell you most solemnly, people want to eat good meal. Don't forget that it's in this same country that people will take carbohydrate in the morning, carbohydrate in the afternoon, carbohydrate at night, rice in the morning, garri in the afternoon, eba at night. Nice. I mean, I wonder why. Meanwhile, we have other like veggies. We have vegetables in their numbers. Nice. Spinach. You know, you could mention so many of them. You know, we also have, you know, other proteinous contents. We have beefs of, I mean, wonderful. We have milk. We have in proteinous, good proteinous content that could also do the body a whole lot of good. But what I'm saying in essence is, through this means, like afford mentioned, if putting into if we're taking cognizance of, then I tell you most solemnly, the economy will jack back to life, and it will be better off.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Viewers at home, I believe you're enjoying the program. Now, Mr. Akin, today to my next question. What are the sustainable measures to practicing sustainable farming in Nigeria?
Sustainable measure?
Yes, to practicing sustainable farming in Nigeria.
Like I said, one of the measures is to enhance productivity through employment.
Okay.
Is one measure to enhance sustainable farming.
Yeah.
And again, you also have to, like I said, the box lies on the table of the government. You need to, there should be a kind of orientation, sensitization towards the need to embrace. I mean, this is, like I said, on this same program, we have so many forms of education. We have liberal arts education, we have progressive education, we have is progressive education, we have behavioral. Okay, let me not go into all those terminologies, but generally, technical education should be placed emphasis in the sub-Saharan, not even in sub-Saharan Africa alone, in Africa generally. Technical education should be well taken cognizance of, because we have so many unused fertile lands. We have so many resources that are yet untapped, and we are only becoming full in the face of the world, because what we have, we don't know the value, and those who know the value, they will come and rob us. They come to this continent to rob us of what we seem not to understand. Look at what the Chinese people are doing now. Like I said on the same programs, like even the whole of Zambia should be labeled made in China, because everything in that country has been hijacked. Look at when you look, even, with all sense of responsibility, even when you look at London, UK, United Kingdom, virtually what they got, what they are using now, were gotten from Africa. I was doing analysis on the imperial crown, the one that the queen used to, that the one that the queen was, like that, Do you know how many stones they have on those imperial crown? Over 3,000 stones, made of diamonds, made of rubies, sapphires, and what have you. Look at the whole of Syria alone. I mean, you need to say, the just when you visit the country, you see the way they mine diamond, the way diamond is got in their volumes in Syria. Look at Ghana, look at the kind of reserves they have as regards gold. At the point in time, they used to call it Gold Coast. Go to South Africa. Even here in Nigeria, go to Osun State. They are gold mine. I mean, there's a gold very in its dimension in Osun State. Africa is so blessed. We are so rich in all resources. But the point is, if we seem to be too our attention is so we have a divided attention, and we have a kind of a shifted attention towards what seems to be frivolous.
Alright.
I mean, even like I said, even the whole world now is even moving attention from petroleum to renewable energy. People are talking about solar these days. People are talking about just low emission, incombustible whatever they want to use in their homes but in this same country,
Yes.
we still put our attention on petroleum, where we have so many areas we could explore on. So, like I said, we need to improve the livelihood, and we enhance the resilience of the people and the community, and ultimately the ecosystem.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde. Now to my question before we draw the curtain. My last question before we draw the curtain for today's program. Now, Mr. Akintunde, let's talk about economic situation of Nigeria. That is the inflation, the unemployment that results to crime rates among the youths. Don't you think agriculture can actually be a way out to solve this issue?
At the point in time, I thought the government were actually getting it right when they said they were going to employ people in all 774 local governments in Nigeria,
sure.
That they were going to have a whole form of, a whole lot of agricultural hub, where graduates will be sent from the urban center to the rural center, and they'll be well catered for, they'll be well taken care of. I said, wow, this government, they are getting it all right. I waited and waited. I folded my hands and I was like, okay, let's say it's going to go. But in the long run, nothing happened.
Wow.
I said, what do I know? It's a big shame.
What a word.
I said, it's just a miasma of shame. So that's, in essence, the right way has been placed before us. The reality has been placed before us. But we seems to be a kind of a laissez-faire. We have this laissez-faire attitude, a very nonchalant attitude towards towards making use of what we have. It's even common sense. It is what you have that you can only build on. If you have land, unused land mass, and that's why even kidnappers and terrorists and bandits are taking over those forests.
Exactly.
Do you know? Virtually even yesterday, some people were still kidnapped and they paid ransom. So even yesterday, people were still killed. Those who refused to pay was it not in Ondo State? A small boy, the guy and even the kidnapper had effrontery to even call the small boy his dad. And the boy was like, say, "Daddy, please go and sell your car. Maybe you have Camry. You have Camry." You see, come and look at the way. Just look at the traumatic experience of that boy. Look at the traumatic experience of the parents. They were now moving scatter, and people were like, what is it's so terrible. So what I'm saying in this sense is our land mass should be thoroughly used. And even if they are well used and you have CCTV camera, these criminals are not faceless. Yeah. They are not wearing masks. We know them. The point is the government just seems to be showing kind of a nonchalant attitude, and that's where we are today.
So your advice to the government? The
advice to the government is to get governance correctly. Get government and to take shy away from things that are frivolous and place those that are prominent at the pedestal of their decision. like this agricultural sector should be placed, should be at the forefront of whatsoever they are going to do. And before they know it, we become, the giant of Africa that we used to be.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akintunde Somi Vincent. That is, agriculture is very important to promote economic situation of Nigeria. We've come to the end of today on Economic Today. See you next time, and see me your presenter. Bye.